What if the real switch to stop muscle loss after 60 has nothing to do with exercise and everything to do with your morning coffee? Every day, millions of adults over 60 drink the same cup, hoping it gives them the energy to start the day. But almost no one knows that this simple ritual can either accelerate muscle loss or reverse it. Maybe this sounds familiar. Carrying groceries feels heavier than it used to. Stairs require just a little more effort. Your balance isn't the same, even though you haven't changed anything in your routine. And the most common thought appears, I guess this is just aging. But what if that thought is wrong? Because inside your body, a tiny switch controls whether your muscles stay strong or slowly shrink. And there is one small addition you can make to your morning coffee that helps flip that switch back on. Stay with me, because this might change the way you start every day for the rest of your life. Maybe you've noticed something recently, even if you haven't said it out loud. You eat well, you walk, you try to stay active, and still, your body doesn't respond the way it used to. You pick up a bag of groceries, and it feels heavier. You climb the same stairs, but now you pause halfway. Your legs feel less stable, your arms feel softer, and inside you wonder, why am I getting weaker, even though I'm doing everything right? Here's the truth very few people over 60 ever hear. This isn't simply aging. This is your muscles losing the ability to hear the signals that once told them to grow, repair, and stay strong. Imagine your muscles like workers in a workshop, waiting for instructions that no longer arrive clearly. You're giving your body the nutrients, you're giving it the movement, but the message is faint, almost silent. The good news? That silence can be reversed. And one of the simplest ways to begin waking those signals again starts with the moment you lift your morning cup of coffee. Because with a small change, that very first sip can tell your cells, wake up, listen again, build strength. Most people believe muscle loss after 60 is automatic, unavoidable, a natural part of getting older. But that belief is one of the biggest obstacles to staying strong, because what feels like aging is often something very different. Your muscles slowly stopping their communication with the nutrients and signals that once kept them firm, stable, and full of energy. Think of it this way. When you were younger, your muscle cells reacted instantly. A bit of protein? They used it. A short walk? They strengthened from it. The instructions were loud and clear, but with time, those signals fade, like an old radio drifting off its station. The message is still being sent, but your cells don't hear it. Here's the breakthrough. This loss of communication is not permanent. Your muscles can learn to listen again. They can respond. They can rebuild, even after 60, even after 70. And one of the easiest, simplest ways to begin resetting that signal doesn't start in the gym or in a supplement bottle. It starts in your kitchen with your morning coffee. Because inside that cup is the perfect moment, your body's natural window where the right ingredients can flip your biology from decline back into growth. And in a moment, you'll see exactly how that works and why it's so surprisingly simple. So let's make one thing clear from the start. Regaining strength after 60 is not a fantasy. It's not luck. It's not reserved for genetically blessed people. It's biology that can be reactivated. When your muscles wake up again, everything changes. Your balance improves, your metabolism becomes more active, your energy rises, your mind feels sharper, even your independence grows, because strength is the foundation of how we move, think, and age. Here's something many people don't realize. Muscle isn't just muscle. It's an organ, one that communicates constantly with your brain, your hormones, your immune system, and even your mood. When muscles weaken, the entire body becomes more fragile. But when muscles strengthen again, everything else tends to follow. And the engine behind all of this is something smaller than a grain of sand, your mitochondria. They are the tiny power stations inside every cell, producing the energy that lets you walk, lift, breathe, and repair. When they slow down, you slow down. When they wake up, you wake up. And this is where the morning coffee ritual becomes surprisingly powerful. Not because coffee alone builds muscle, but because your first cup of the day opens a unique biological window. a moment when your body is more receptive, more sensitive, more ready to activate the mechanisms that protect strength. With the right nutrients added at the right time, that window becomes a trigger, a signal telling your cells, build again, repair again, respond again. In a moment, you're going to meet someone who proved this, someone who felt her body slipping away, until she discovered how to use her morning coffee as a tool for strength. Her story might feel a lot like yours. Let me introduce you to Linda, a 67-year-old from Austin, Texas. Linda spent most of her life active, morning walks, gardening, cooking for her grandchildren every Sunday. She wasn't a gym person, but she moved her body, she ate well, and she took pride in staying independent. But over the past 2 years, something began to change. Her legs trembled slightly when she stood up from bed. Climbing stairs felt harder each month. One morning, while lifting a small pot from her garden, a sharp pain shot through her back. She told herself, maybe this is just the age catching up. She tried everything people recommended: more protein, longer walks, yoga videos, random supplements from friends. But nothing worked. In fact, she felt even weaker. And one day, sitting in her kitchen, she said something I hear from so many adults over 60. It feels like my body doesn't obey me anymore. What was happening wasn't lack of effort. It was that her muscles had stopped responding, like workers waiting in a silent factory with the lights turned off. So we changed just one thing. Each morning, right after getting natural light, Linda prepared her usual coffee, but with a simple formula: a scoop of hydrolyzed collagen, a small amount of pure leucine, and a daily dose of creatine monohydrate. No drastic diets, no extreme workouts, just a ritual. The first week, she slept better. The second, she felt steadier when she walked. By week 3, she sent a message that simply said, "I climbed the stairs today," without stopping. Her muscles had begun to listen again. Now, let's take a gentle look inside your body, not with complicated terms, but with simple images you can picture clearly. Imagine each one of your muscle cells as a tiny factory. Inside this factory, you'll find workers, tools, assembly lines, and at the very center, a small power station. That power station is your mitochondria. When you were young, these power stations were fast, clean, and efficient. They produced energy easily, repaired damage quickly, and kept your muscles responsive. But as the years pass, these power stations start to slow down. They collect residue. They react slower. They lose their spark. And when mitochondria slow down, you slow down. Your muscles don't repair as fast. Your balance weakens. Your energy drops. And even if you eat enough protein, your body doesn't use it well anymore. This moment when muscles stop responding to the signals that once told them to grow has a name: anabolic resistance. But instead of thinking of it as a disease, picture it as a communication problem. Imagine a construction site. The bricks are the protein you eat. The workers are your muscle cells. But if the electricity in the building goes out, the workers can't see, can't move, can't build. That electricity is cellular energy, and most of it comes from your mitochondria. Now here's where things get interesting. Your body has 3 major switches that control how your cells behave. One switch builds muscle, one switch cleans and repairs, one switch regenerates energy. Think of them as the 3 settings of a hybrid car: a power mode, a cleaning mode, and an energy recharge mode. When you were young, your body moved between these modes easily. With age, the system becomes sluggish, stuck between stations, like a radio fading in and out. But your morning coffee can help reset this. The natural compounds in coffee gently stimulate the cleaning and energy switches. And when you add specific amino acids like leucine plus creatine and collagen, you activate the power switch at the perfect moment, right when your cells are most ready to respond. It's like turning on the lights in that silent factory and delivering fresh tools to the workers at the exact right time. The result? Your muscles begin responding again, energy rises, repair restarts, and strength returns, not because of magic, but because you're giving your cells the order they had forgotten how to hear. Now let's turn all of this into a simple morning routine you can start tomorrow. Now that you understand what's happening inside your cells, let's turn that knowledge into something practical. a morning ritual that works with your biology, not against it. And the beauty of this ritual is that it's simple. No extreme workouts, no complicated diets, no expensive programs, just small steps that your body immediately recognizes. Let's go through it together. 1. Wake your internal clock with light before touching your phone, before taking a sip of coffee. Open your curtains. Let natural morning light enter your eyes for just a few minutes. This tells your brain, the day has started. Activate energy. Prepare the body. It sets the hormonal rhythm that helps your muscles respond better for the rest of the day. 2. Now, your functional coffee, the muscle signal. Here's the formula used by many adults over 60 who want to regain strength naturally. 1 cup of black coffee, 1 scoop of hydrolyzed collagen, supports joints plus connective tissue. A small amount of pure leucine, the amino acid that activates the muscle-building switch. 3 to 5 grams of creatine monohydrate, supports energy, balance, and muscle power. Stir slowly. Let everything dissolve. Drink it without rushing, as if you're giving your body a message, because you are. Every sip tells your cells, wake up, clean, repair, build. 3. Move your body. To turn on the factory. After your coffee, add 15 to 20 minutes of gentle movement. A brisk walk, light stair climbing, simple resistance with your body weight, stretching with intention. You don't need heavy weights. Your muscles just need a clear signal. We are active again. This movement works together with the coffee and amino acids to activate both the cleaning and building modes inside your cells. 4. Eat a protein-rich breakfast. About an hour later, have a balanced meal with eggs, yogurt, fish beans, vegetables, healthy fats. Your body now has the building blocks it needs to solidify the work you just initiated. 5. Give your body nighttime space to repair. Try leaving 12 to 14 hours between dinner and breakfast. This overnight window allows your cells to clean up, reset, and prepare for the next day of growth. 6. Protect your progress. Just a few small habits. Avoid adding sugar to your coffee. Keep a steady hydration. Don't fear rest. Rest is part of rebuilding. These tiny choices create a powerful long-term effect. This ritual isn't a trend or a challenge. It's a biological conversation, a way of telling your body, I want you strong, I want you alive, I want you awake again. Now imagine something for a moment. Imagine waking up in the morning and feeling a little more stable on your feet. Imagine walking up the stairs without pausing halfway. Imagine carrying your groceries without that sudden wave of fatigue in your arms. Imagine trusting your body again, not hoping it holds you, but knowing it will. For many people over 60, this kind of change feels distant, almost impossible, but it's not. Your muscles are not gone. They are not broken. They are not too old to respond. They are simply waiting for the right signal. And when those signals return, when your mitochondria wake up, when your cells begin to listen again, the entire body enters a new rhythm. Balance improves, energy rises, clarity returns, confidence grows, because strength isn't just physical, it's emotional. It's the quiet belief that your body is still yours, that it still belongs to you, still responds to you, still supports the life you want to live. The smallest rituals often create the biggest changes. A minute of light in the morning, a cup of coffee prepared with intention, a short walk around the block, a few better choices at breakfast. Day by day, those signals get louder. Your cells begin to respond. Your strength returns. And soon, you're not just drinking coffee. You're speaking directly to your biology. And your biology is finally listening again. If you're still here, it means something important. You care about your strength, your independence, and the future of your body. And I want you to know this. You are not too old to rebuild muscle. You are not past your prime. Your body is not finished. It's listening. And now, finally, you're giving it the right signals. If this video helped you understand your body better, if it gave you hope, if it made you feel that strength is still possible, then I invite you to join this community. Click subscribe so you don't miss the next videos on daily longevity habits for adults over 60. Give this video a like so more people your age can discover this simple ritual. And if you really want to make this message stick inside you, write the number 7 in the comments, the symbol of renewal. Because every morning that you prepare your coffee with intention, you are telling your cells, I am still here, I am still willing, and I am still ready to stay strong. And your body is ready to respond.